One thing that truly makes Fortnite Battle Royale a bit more unique than quite a few other games that we've seen recently is the sheer amount of Easter eggs, secrets, and other fun things of that nature that Epic Games likes to include in the game. Epic Games has really become the gold standard of developers in the time that Fortnite Battle Royale has been out, and that is largely in part due to their ability to 1. Keep the game feeling fresh at all times, and 2. Create a story in a world that, in most similar games, is storyless. Fortnite's storyline is confusing to say the least. We've seen all sorts of highs and lows over the years, but nonetheless, the secrets that still surround the Fortnite universe and the various Easter eggs that have been discovered over the past 11 seasons consistently show why Fortnite is as loved as it is. And with that, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are breaking down a handful of those secrets and Easter eggs and various other pieces of information, as we take a look at 10 things you probably didn't know about Fortnite Battle Royale. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. It was originally revealed in 2011. While Fortnite Battle Royale did not end up releasing until fall of 2017, Fortnite in and of itself was originally developed quite some time ago, as the original trailer for the game was uploaded to the Epic Games YouTube channel on December 8th of, get this, 2011. But it wouldn't be until July 21st of 2017 that the game would actually end up releasing as Save the World. However, it does seem like it was worth the wait because when Fortnite launched and then when Fortnite Battle Royale launched, the game quickly took off, which is good news for Epic Games because the original trailer definitely did not. To this day, the trailer has just over 560,000 views, which is the numbers Fortnite usually pulls on an update or a trailer video in about 10 or 20 minutes. And to add on to that, I would venture to say most of those views probably came after Fortnite Battle Royale released, and players just went back to search up the original trailer. So in 2011, the game definitely did not have a lot of hype around it, and the game also wasn't anything like what we have now. It was of course more so like Save the World is, based around a story and not around Battle Royale, and it was also more of a horror game than anything else. But obviously, Fortnite really is not too scary nowadays, except for when you think about how the mech robots were actually put into the game last season. Yeah, that's definitely nightmare fuel. Number 2, it almost got cancelled. During the time in which Epic Games went back to the drawing board in between 2011 and 2017 when the game released, Fortnite as a whole was actually nearly cancelled. The director of production at Epic Games up until 2012 was Rod Ferguson, who is now the head of the coalition, the developers of Gears of War. Now, in an interview before, Rod Ferguson actually said, quote, "If I had stayed at Epic, I would have cancelled Fortnite. Before I left, I tried to cancel Fortnite. Fortnite, when it was just Save the World, was a project that just had some challenges. As a director of production at that time, that game was not something that would have passed my bar to keep going," end quote. So, lo and behold, the man behind Gears of War nearly caused Fortnite to be wiped from existence before it ever even got started. Man oh man, what a different world we'd be living in if Fortnite and Fortnite Battle Royale never came out. Number 3, it is the highest earning free-to-play game ever. Fortnite may be a free-to-play game, but good grief has it made a ton of money in its time since release. In 2018, the game made over $2.4 billion. Yes, we're talking about billion with a B, ladies and gentlemen. And in May of 2018 alone, the game made $318 million, making it the highest earning free-to-play title in history by about $100 million. Of course, we really have the game's availability to thank for that, with it being available on console, PC, mobile, and the Switch. The game is incredibly easy to download and play. And with the Save the World version of the game, the battle passes, and the item shop, there are plenty of ways for Epic to earn some cold hard cash off of the title, which they clearly have. Number 4, there's a brand new meme reference on the Apollo map. If you guys remember, back on the OG island, off of one of the cliffs by Paradise Palms, there was a tribute to Chapadoodle, who died an unfortunate death in a Muselk video. And this time around on the brand new Apollo map, Epic has added in another tribute to another player who unfortunately died a very, very sad death. The massive waterfall on the map can be a pretty easy means to get down to safety by swimming out of it and diving down, just like what we saw back in the original launch trailer. However, one Reddit user attempted to jump out of the waterfall and accidentally landed on the ground next to the river below, causing a death via fall damage. And now in that same exact spot, you can actually find a tombstone and a sign that says no swimming, just to remind everyone not to try and dive into the dirt. I guess that's always a good life lesson. Number 5. Save the World is supposed to be free. We've brought this up countless times on the channel in the past, but way back in 2018, Epic Games said that in early 2019, the Save the World edition of Fortnite would release as a free-to-play title and drop its roughly $20 to $30 price tag. But lo and behold, since then, Epic has not brought up the possibility of making Save the World a free-to-play game ever again, and early 2019 has obviously come and gone, and the mode is still not free. We're actually almost to 2020 now, and the game still shows no signs of becoming a free-to-play title, so whether or not Epic actually follows through on that statement, I guess only time will tell. Number 6. You can shoot the gas pumps to deal damage. A brand new feature here in Chapter 2 of Fortnite Battle Royale comes in the form of being able to deal damage via the environment, specifically the gas stations, as you can actually shoot the gas tanks, causing them to explode and damage those enemies who are nearby. This is especially effective if you don't have the most powerful weapons in your loadout, as that explosive damage can cause some serious problems for those enemies involved. Number 7. Epic is suing the Fortnite Chapter 2 leaker. Leaks are no uncommon thing here in Fortnite Battle Royale, as every new update brings with it new in-game files that get data mined and posted online for everyone to see. Now, typically the leaks in Fortnite contain references to upcoming skins, pickaxes, wraps, and all things of that nature. And every now and then we'll see a new limited time mode get leaked, or something a bit more impactful, like assets for the various finale events. And usually Epic Games doesn't really do too much about those. However, with the launch of Chapter 2, things were a bit different. The person who ended up leaking Chapter 2 and showing us that we're getting a brand new chapter and island is actually being sued by Epic Games because they state the leaker completely ruined the surprise. So perhaps leaks will be taken a bit more seriously as we move forward. Number 8. The most OG locations. While we may have a brand new island here in Chapter 2, the Apollo map is not full of completely new areas. A few select points of interest have actually been transferred over to the Apollo map from the original Fortnite islands, including Retail Row, Pleasant Park, and Salty Springs. And of those three, Pleasant Park and Salty Springs are now the two oldest locations in Fortnite history, as they've been on the Fortnite map since the very beginning, whereas Retail Row was replaced by Mega Mall for a brief period of time. So lo and behold, despite there being a new map and a brand new chapter, there are still two locations in Fortnite that have been there the entire time that the game's been out. Number 9. The end event broke a ton of records. It's no secret that Fortnite has been said to be on a downwards descent for quite some time, but the end event seemed to prove those statements wrong, as it broke an absolute ton of viewership records. The event itself was watched by over 4.2 million people across YouTube, which is a pretty huge number in and of itself. More than 1.7 million people watched it on Twitch, which is the most concurrent viewers on a single game in the site's history. And over on Twitter, 1.4 million people watched the event, which is once again the single most viewed gaming event in Twitter's history as well. So despite the game being viewed in a lesser light as of recently, the end event was seriously monumental in terms of its overall viewership. Number 10. The Downpour umbrella is the first of its kind. We all know by now that with each new season, there's always a new Victory Royale umbrella added in to show that you gotta win in any given season. And up until Chapter 2 Season 1, the Vic Roy umbrellas have all been pretty basic. However, the Downpour umbrella does not follow that same trend. This is actually the very first Vic Roy umbrella that is reactive, as it moves around when you are gliding with it by splashing around and having a downpour effect. So out of all the umbrellas that we've seen over the past 11 seasons, the Downpour one is truly unique. So now that Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1 has been going on for a little while, which map do you like more? The OG Fortnite Island with tilted towers and Retail Row and whatnot, or the brand new Apollo map with Slurpy Swamp and Sweaty Sands, etc, etc? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up, as it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new here and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. With all of that being said, that is effectively going to wrap things up for now. So thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.